Hello and welcome back to my studio. Today I'm going to make this really pretty card that's from our Occasions catalog. And this card actually is displayed in the catalog on page 10. So there's the card we're going to make, and I thought it was really pretty, so I just tried to recreate it. Just a couple things that are different is instead of congrats, it says celebrate. But otherwise, I think it's as close as I'm going to get it to be. So I'm going to show you today on how to make that card. Okay. The color I'm using is Pear Pizzazz for our card base. I'm going to go ahead and fold that. So, and I pull and folder out. Okay. And then I'm going to using the Celebrate from the Cake Soiree stamp set. I'm going to also use Pear Pizzazz ink, and we're going to create a background, kind of maybe halfway up the card. And I'm going to do two styles. The first one is just to stamp directly on, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And then stamp off. And this is just kind of completely random. And I can already tell I'm pressing a little hard because you can see the line. But it's a background. It's not going to be perfect. But you can kind of like that high. Okay. So that creates this bottom technique right here. Okay. Okay. The first layer, we're going to use the Designer Series paper that coordinates with the Cake Soiree. And I want to get a name for that. Okay, Sweet Soiree Specialty Designer Series paper. That is a mouthful. These two, actually, they're off the same piece, but we're going to use this side and we're going to use this side. And both of these measure 2 inches by 4 inches. Okay. Then you're going to need a little piece of the dotted DSP. This measures 3 inches by 1/2 inch. Okay. So we're going to put down first, and I'm going to put this, okay, I put it in the center. So now I'm going to be tucking things in behind it. So I'm not going to run my snail on the edges, but just kind of in the middle. Okay, we're going to put that just as close to the middle as we can. Okay. Now I went ahead and did some die cutting. The Sweet Cake Framelits dies, there is a piece. It looks like this. And I ran that through the Big Shot using a Pear Pizzazz. Those out. And so I have all these little pieces that you can tuck in anywhere you see fit. And also with this card, as I'm looking, these little pieces here come from the embellishment set, the Sweet Soiree embellishment kit. And that comes with all sorts of little stickers and numbers, washi tape, there's some tassels, clothespins, that sort of thing. But actually these come on in that kit on a sheet, so we'll be using those also. So it's kind of right now, I'm going to use glue dots. I think that's the easiest way to attach all of this. So I'm just going to take a piece, find my glue dot. Now at this point, oh wow, there we go. These are so fragile. And then I'm just going to lift up a little bit. Oops, and kind of tuck it in behind it. So I did most of my gluing right in here, so these edges aren't fixed down. So now you can add, you can go in and tuck things behind. I'm just going to kind of do this really quick. Let me get rid of that piece. And again, you can just kind of tuck it in behind there, kind of like that. And you can go all the way around. I'm not going to due to time, but you can stick all sorts of little pieces. Now for this piece, this is silver baker's twine. I have a hard time with small thread. I don't know why. So what I did was go ahead and cut it, and I tied it in a knot. And I think I'm going to clip off these little ends, like so. And the knot's going to be covered up. So again, you can take another like glue dot, put it on the knot, and that just kind of helps it be fixed to where it needs to be. And then if you don't like it, you can always peel it off and move it down a little bit, kind of like that. And then our the other DSP is going to kind of lay offset of that. So it's going to kind of like, so it's going to look like this. And then again, you can take your little pieces and just decorate away on where you want to set this, and you can go all the way around as much as you want to. So you have that kind of an idea. And then, okay, we're going to take our dotted piece, run snail just down of it, and it's going to fit. Second thought, I don't like the knot in there. It's just going to sit at the bottom on the top layer DSP like this. Okay. And then a Celebrate, which is cut out in Berry Burst. I'm going to add some glue dots on the back of it. I'm just going to add them where the whitest parts are so it stays. And I want to make sure I get the, oops, there's one right there. Make sure I get the end and the beginning letters, because it seems like those are the ones that kind of, you can squish those however you need to. Okay. Then that sets right on top of that. Actually, it overlays just a little bit. Like that. And then you fix it down like so. And now you can look at it, and if you feel like this, see, you have to be very careful. There we go. If that needs to be moved up a little bit, there, that's better. And now you can kind of look at it and see which part of the letters. There we go. Like this E. I'm going to take this out of the camera for a second so I can see where I'm placing that. There we go. All right, so you have Celebrate. Now, you're going to need a scratch piece of Whisper White cardstock, your Celebrate stamp, and preferably Berry Burst, but I do not have that color, so I picked up Sweet Sugar Plum. And it's a little lighter, but I think it just works just as well. I'm going to stamp off just to look at it a little bit. And then, there we go. And then all I'm going to do is just cut around it like this. That might be a little bit too close. Okay. And then run snail along it. And it can just either fix on the DSP or it can just kind of sit right there. So now I have this edge sticking up, which I really don't care for. I'm going to run snail just along it. Oh, that was not a good idea, but it's okay. And now we can just go ahead and come back and just decorate it with all our little cutouts. And like I said before, you can use glue dots on these. You can flip them over. And then tuck them under. You know, decorate it as much or as little as you want, or you can just leave them off. There's lots of opportunities, lots of designs you can do. Okay, so from this one I can already tell, do not put a knot in this because it just makes that whole thing bubble up. This one I did not put a knot in, I just affixed it down. But you can decorate it as much or as little as you want to. And there we go. That is the card that is in the catalog. And the Celebrate You using the Sweet Soiree stamp set. So thanks for joining me. Everybody have a good day. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.